and what you could get away with, and you know, in that, certainly in that fight, a lot of that thought was that process was put into it.
Well, it's also why that we have the decapitation in there. It takes 3 chops, you know,
because we knew it took 3 chops.
But I want to thank James because of his involvement and passion for this character. He has been so supportive, and we thank the stunt from Czechoslovakia, but every bit of Kane on screen is James. He has been completely involved in this character, and what the best, okay, it's a couple little time at the hospital.
Yeah, we had a number of times. It was actually during that fight that one of the biggest Czech stuntmen, who must have been, I don't know, 7 foot high, and he came at me with a sword, and I was just trying to duck very late, so that it really did just go right over the top of my head, and I ducked just too late, and he took there, and I had to go to hospital. I had 7 stitches put in my head.
You went down like a sack of potatoes.
But was back that afternoon.
But to be fair, because he got up, he went down, and we on camera, the film exists. Stood up, and there was just blood pouring down his face. You know. And 2 thoughts went through my head, but not necessarily in the right order. One was, oh my God, is James okay? And one was, oh my God, is my film okay?
You know it was the second one first, don't you?
I apologize. DVD extra.
But he did it. It's a huge gash, and there's no scar there.
No, we went to see a brilliant plastic surgeon in Prague, and he stitched me all back together again, and I was back the following day.
Absolutely. He was gung ho, you know. And I think one of the things on these fights is you build up so much adrenaline that you just can't keep going. And also, when you make these sword fights, we had a fantastic sword master guy called Richard Ryan, who did Troy, he did Stardust, did some of Batman. You know, he worked with Heath on his knife work for Dark Knight, and he came in and he choreographed some wonderful fights. But what I forced James to do was to do them all in one shot, so that we have master takes of him taking on 12 fighters in one go. They're throwing themselves at him all the time, and that's it. I mean, it's balletic and it's a dance, but we wanted to make sure the fights felt real. So it's quite intense and quite focused, and he worked his ass off to make sure that he was, you know, up for the game. And there is virtually, absolutely, he deserved it. And there is virtually no sword doubling up in this. Pretty much everything you see, and when you get hopefully you go out and buy the Blu-ray one day and you'll be able to go frame by frame, and it's him every step of the way.
Well, you know, there are
pretty much every step.
We did have a second unit. I just hate it when actors say that they do all their own stunts, when actually what they mean is they do all their own stunts that you can see. And you know, there are incredibly skilled stuntmen out there who put their lives at risk every day for us, and they never really kind of get the approbation that they should get. It pisses me off. So yeah, that's my part. I just love the stunt guys. That's all.
Yeah, but they did a fine job.